In the small village of Elmsworth, nestled amidst vast forests and rolling meadows, lived young Jeremy Dawson, barely 3 years old. Jeremy was unlike other children. Born prematurely, he faced immense challenges from the very beginning, the most profound being his blindness. Yet his parents, Rachel and Thomas, nurtured him with love and courage, determined to give him as fulfilling a life as possible. Despite his condition, Jeremy had a spark within him, a gentle, trusting soul unafraid to embrace the world in his own unique way. But life has a way of testing even the purest of spirits. A quiet morning suddenly turns chaotic. On a warm spring morning, the event that would shake the village took place. Rachel had taken Jeremy into the garden for his daily dose of fresh air and sunlight while she chatted with a neighbor. Jeremy played in the soft grass, carefully feeling the petals of flowers and marveling at the warmth of sunlight on his skin. For a brief moment, Rachel's attention faltered as she turned to retrieve some cookies for their guest, assuming Jeremy would stay by her side, as he always did. But on this day, a curious rustling in the bushes caught the little boy's attention. Jeremy crawled toward the sound, thinking it might be one of the stray cats he often heard in their backyard. Before anyone could notice, he had wandered out of the garden through the fence and into the forest bordering the village. Lost in the woods, Jeremy's tiny hands searched the ground, feeling leaves, branches, and damp earth. He called out, "Mommy!" but his voice was soft, barely above a whisper. Unaware of the danger surrounding him, he ventured deeper into the forest. The thick canopy above blocked out even the faintest hint of daylight. Hours passed, and Rachel's frantic cries echoed through the village. Volunteers quickly gathered, spreading out to search the dense woods. As the sun began to set, hope of finding Jeremy unharmed dwindled. The forest was home to steep ravines and wild animals, places that could easily endanger a blind, helpless child. Meanwhile, the mysterious arrival. Jeremy sat on a mossy patch of earth, tears streaming down his face, his voice hoarse from crying out for help. It was then, in the near silence of the approaching dusk, that a soft growl pierced his sobs. Jeremy froze, clutching his small hands together. He couldn't see the source of the sound, but could feel its presence. Was it a predator? The growling stopped, replaced by something surprising, a gentle whine. Jeremy hesitated, then cautiously stretched out his hand. Warm fur brushed against his fingers. A stray dog, lean with tangled fur, stood before him. Its golden eyes seemed to pierce the darkness, as if understanding the boy's plight, a friendship unlikely to be. The dog nudged Jeremy's hand gently, as if trying to reassure him. For a moment, Jeremy ceased crying. Instinctively, he wrapped his arms around the creature's neck, clinging in a trembling embrace. "Doggy," he murmured, voice trembling. "Help me!" The dog barked once, then tugged at Jeremy's sleeve. Though the boy could not see, he felt the urgency in the animal's movements. Holding onto the dog's scruffy fur, Jeremy allowed himself to be guided. The dog moved slowly, ensuring Jeremy could keep up through brambles and uneven terrain. Each bark seemed to signal, "This way," and every wag of its tail offered reassurance that Jeremy was not alone. A miracle rescue. Back in the village, despair had begun to settle in. Nightfall was moments away, and the search parties had found no sign of Jeremy. Rachel's cries grew more desperate as Thomas tried to comfort her. Suddenly, a volunteer shouted, "Listen!" The group fell silent, straining their ears. Faint barking echoed from the forest, rhythmic, purposeful, as if guiding someone. Hope ignited, and the volunteers ran toward the sound. As they neared, their flashlights revealed the heart-stopping sight. Jeremy, clinging to the back of a scruffy stray dog, being led toward them. Rachel let out a sob and sprinted toward her son, scooping him up and holding him tightly. "Oh, my baby," she cried. Jeremy, exhausted but unharmed, smiled faintly. "Doggy help me, Mommy," he whispered. The true hero, the stray dog, stood a few feet away, watching the emotional reunion. Villagers tried to approach it, but the dog backed away nervously, as if it didn't want recognition or reward. "Wait!" Rachel called out, holding Jeremy in her arms. She crouched down and extended her hand toward the dog slowly and cautiously. It stepped closer, and the villagers watched in awe as the once wary animal allowed Rachel to pet it. Its tail wagged gently, and for the first time its expression seemed calm. Rachel decided then and there to adopt the dog, whom Jeremy affectionately named Shadow, symbolizing the protector who had appeared in his darkest hour. A village transformed. Word of the incident spread quickly, and Shadow became a local hero. Donations poured in to ensure the stray received medical care and proper food. Once a lonely wanderer, Shadow now had a forever home with the Dawson family. Jeremy and Shadow became inseparable. Their bond went beyond words, built on trust, love, and a miraculous connection born in the face of adversity. Jeremy's parents also took the incident as a lesson, ensuring the village prioritized safety measures to protect its youngest residents. The moral of the story, the tale of the blind boy and the stray dog, reminds us that even the most unlikely individuals or creatures can rise to extraordinary occasions when driven by compassion and instinct. Shadow, a neglected stray, became a hero because of his innate kindness and loyalty. The story teaches us that help can come from unexpected places when least expected. Trust and love transcend barriers, forging bonds in the most challenging times. Every life, whether human or animal, has the potential to make a difference in the world. In the end, the story of Jeremy and Shadow stands as a poignant reminder of the power of hope, courage, and unconditional love.